looks on in disbelief. Maybe the throwing pass deflected and tipped off.
We just have to be better next time. There's no way around it, no excuses. The good teams, they don't let one mistake turn into a bunch.
Never stop trying to put me in a box, boy. You can never frame me.
On to Cincinnati.
All right, if postseason wins are your measuring stick, Thursday night matchup could be the battle of the bad. Bengals haven't won a playoff game since 1990, the longest active drought in the NFL. Browns not far behind, 0 playoff victories since 94, and haven't even made the postseason since 2002. But Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, each #1 picks, Heisman Trophy winners. But are they the quarterbacks to break these playoff droughts? Joe Burrow was a missed field goal away from forcing overtime in his debut, became the 13th straight #1 pick, however, to lose their first start. Burrow failed to show off his ability to make big throws on the move in week 1. He had no completions from outside the pocket and went 1 of 5 with the pick under duress. In Kevin Stefanski's first game as head coach, the Browns scored 6 points, and Baker mustered a 33 total QBR. Mayfield still doesn't seem like he's on the same page with his top targets. 3 of 8 for 22 yards targeting Odell, and has more interceptions, 7, than touchdowns, 4, when targeting him these last 2 seasons. Here's Keyshawn Johnson addressing what the Browns should do with OBJ.
You look at the numbers from a financial standpoint and what they could possibly get back in return for somebody that's out there starving for a playmaking receiver like OBJ. If you're the San Francisco 49ers and there's a conversation to be had, you may want to have that conversation with Cleveland and see if you could kick those tires. If you're the New England Patriots, you may want to see what that is.
I don't hate that from Keyshawn Johnson. Those are a couple of teams that could use him. Let's bring in Marcus Spears to get a little more clarity on this. Moments ago, we had Schefter on saying that the Browns are not planning on trading OBJ right now, but if things don't get better as the season goes on, maybe they look to do that. Do you think, Spears, the Browns should trade him away for the right price?
For the right price, yes. I mean, that's the price of doing business. The Browns' situation is different, though. It is not OBJ that needs to be the focal point. It's their quarterback. But obviously, when you're talking about a good player, what you can get in return. Here's my question, Matt, and my rebuttal to Keyshawn would be, what hasn't the Browns done? They've traded, they've signed, they've gotten players from other franchises and organizations to get better. So if you're just trying to get capital, if you're trying to get draft picks or you're trying to get another player, yeah, do it if you think you're significantly upgrading your team. But also remember, this is a 1,000-yard receiver last year in an abysmal season. So if you're in the business of getting rid of the guys that can't give you production, put you in a good situation better than the one you in, go ahead by all means and do it. OBJ need to be trying to get the hell out of there as opposed to us talking about Cleveland trying to trade him away.
And it's one game. They're 0-1. Battle of Ohio tonight. Get your first win of the season against Joe Burrow.
We've been talking. Matt, we have been talking about this since last year.
New season,
I'm not
Swaggo.
going to let you fall. I'm not going to let you fall on this 1 week sword, bro, because I hear this being thrown around a lot, okay? And look, things change in the offseason, teams transition, but you got to trust what the hell your eyes are telling you. And what your eyes are telling you about the Cleveland Browns, it's probably time for everybody to start believing that. So if changes ought to be made, hopefully it's for the greater good, and they find somebody that can operate from the pocket, i.e. Baker Mayfield.
All right, we'll see tonight. Week 2 of the 2020 season. My eyes tell me that Tom Brady wasn't great in his debut with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And, of course, his coach afterwards said that it's kind of unusual to see a ball game like that because New Orleans didn't do things that we weren't ready for. So a coach commenting on his quarterback. Here's Arians commenting again on his relationship with Brady.
Yeah, Tom and I are fine, so I don't really care what other people think. So it's just what he and I think. And, we left the stadium fine. We showed up today fine, so there ain't nothing to talk about.
Since when can't coaches have an opinion on their quarterback? It's driving me nuts. What's your take on it?
Since 2020, since this new breed of player, Matt, but the bottom line is this, man. Bruce Arians and Tom Brady have been at this for a long time. They understand the dynamics of this league. And Bruce Arians, out of all of his experience, I would hope that he knows when he gets on his star player, the guy that's considered the greatest to ever do it at the position in the history of the league, that is resonating with everybody else in the locker room. Coaching tactic. I played for Bill Parcells. I played for Nick Saban. You get on the star player to get everybody else to fall in line, but you also make those critiques legitimate. What he's saying is legitimate. Tom Brady is going to have to play better in order for Tampa Bay to have a successful season. That is what they signed up for. Bruce Arians, Tom Brady, the management, Byron Leftwich, all of them playing to get better based on Tom Brady signing to be their quarterback because they let Jameis Winston go because he turned the ball over too much. Now, you start the first game of the year with 2 picks. I don't have a crazy level of concern, but calling Tom Brady out on that is not a big deal. They've been at this for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if it was planned for us to talk about it, for everybody else to talk about it, and they come out firing on all cylinders. Everybody know what they're doing in Tampa Bay. Just let them do it.
Brady has never started a season 0-2 in his career. Marcus Spears, toughest skin in TV. Parcells and Saban. You're not getting through him. Swaggy.
It's going to be a dogfight. You know, both have great opportunities in front of us, and, you know, we both want it. So it's going to be a war.